In our normal day to day communication, we use lot of questions, and the technique of framing questions have to be taught to the children properly. So that this video, that is the patterns and structure 22, framing of questions 1, and the subsequent videos will be highlighting how we can train children in framing correct questions and grammatically accurate questions. So that teachers can use it in the classroom to make the children skilled in framing proper questions. So, let us see some of the methods and the ways in which we can organize our class and design our interaction through which children acquire the skill of framing proper questions. So, see here, for example, if we write a sentence like this, Ravi explained the lesson to Sana yesterday. So, from this sentence we should make children to frame as many questions as possible. So, for example, here, what did Ravi explain to Sana yesterday? So, what? Then, who did Ravi explain the lesson to yesterday? So, what? Then, who? When did Ravi explain the lesson to Sana yesterday? So, when? Then, what did Ravi do? Ravi explained the question to Sana. So, from this one simple sentence, we can make children to frame 4 questions or more than that also. So, here you see this sentence is a longer one. 2 students gave a bag of food to the 3 elephants at the zoo yesterday. This is a sentence. So, how many questions we can make? We can make lot of questions, but some examples also. So, children will be able to frame questions on the basis of this sentence. Who gave a bag of food to the elephants at the zoo? 2 students. So, who gave? Then, how many students gave the food to the elephants? 2. What did they give to the elephant? A bag of food. How much food they gave to the elephant? A bag. Which animals did they give the food to the elephants? How many elephants did they give food to? 3 elephants. Where did they give the food to the elephants? At the zoo. When did they give the food to the elephants? Yesterday. So, you see from this sentence you can ask children to frame as many questions as possible like this. So, who they can use who, they how, what, how, which, how, where, when, all this type of questions we can frame. So, this type of activities can be conducted in the school or in home also, and make the children to frame as many questions as possible. Let us see some more examples. I will give some sentences and say that how questions can be framed in that. So, Mariam sells cars in Tokyo. That is a sentence. So, what questions we can frame? Who sells cars in Tokyo? What does Mariam sell? Where does Mariam sell cars? Tokyo. So, 3 questions we can make it. Janu saw Jim. Simple sentence. Who saw Jim? Whom did Janu see? See, this type of framing of questions with proper agreement and concord has to be given training to the children. Ramesh visited the museum yesterday. Who visited the museum yesterday? Ramesh. What did Ramesh visit? Museum. When did Ramesh visit the museum? Yesterday. A lot of coffee grows in Brazil. What grows in Brazil? A lot of coffee. How much coffee grows in Brazil? A lot. Where does a lot of coffee grow? In Brazil. Like that. 15 students visited the lab yesterday. How many students visited the lab yesterday? So, how many we can use? Who visited the lab yesterday? What did the 15 students visit yesterday? When did the 15 students visit the lab? Yesterday. Then, next sentence. 10 doctors learnt French here a year ago. 10 doctors learned French here a year ago. How many doctors learned French a year ago? 10. Who learned French? 10 doctors. What did the 10 doctors learn? French. Where did the 10 doctors learn French? Here. When did the 10 doctors learn French? A year ago. So, you see simple sentences, one line sentence, and making or giving opportunity for the children to frame as many questions as possible, because in our life, other than the serious stage speeches or lectures or debates, etc., most of the time our conversation is dominated by questions and answers only. That is why proper technique of framing questions and grammatically accurate way of framing the questions has to be taught to the children in the class. That is why this lesson has been taken. Like that, let us see some more by using the auxiliary verbs also and some other question words also. Let us see in 3 or 4 more videos in this. Teachers can definitely use it in the classroom, especially in primary classes or up to 8th also, so that children make correct question, they form correct questions. So, thank you. Let us meet in the next video.